And we are back. So, it has been a while since we last worked on this. So, let's review. So, let's go back. We have menus. We are starting to work, if I recall correctly, on items, which is why I had it open to make sure it was working. Starting with that, when we load into this, we have a variety of options for the different settings we can set on the items, along with name and flavor text. We still need to make this flavors text and name editable. That's one thing we have to do. As you can see, we're missing some fields in here. That's another thing. And I have a couple other to-dos, I believe, in the code. At least one other to-do that I'm seeing right now. So let us go ahead and hop right in. Go ahead and minimize this for the time being. Minimize VS Code, or not VS Code. We want that up. PowerShell. And let's get to making stuff editable. So, I think this is where we're starting out. It makes sense to me at any rate. We need an entry, makes sense. Self, and nothing else. Self.name entry, let's go. Equals. Self.flavor entry equals. And we're also going to need self.name label. Actually, you know what? I don't know that we necessarily... Actually... Yeah, we're just going to use local variables here, I think. Name label equals... We'll see what happens here. I might change this. Flavor label equals... TkInter self. Down here at the bottom, we got to make sure we rehide the name entry and flavor entry before or after we pack all. Self.name entry dot pack forget. Self.label entry, or not label entry, flavor entry dot pack forget. And then we can start doing some other stuff. So the reason I'm thinking about just using locals here is because I don't see a reason to... Actually, you know what? Yeah, it probably makes more sense. Let me go ahead and make a new widget. I think that actually makes the most amount of sense. So, we'll do it... Actually, I think I'm going to do it all the way up here, above pane. Class... Yeah, so there's a couple different ways of doing it. The way I was looking at doing it just then is probably not the most efficient. So, let us come back down here. Undo what we just did, and we're going to do it the other way. So originally I was just going to swap back and forth, so when you clicked on the name entry, or name label rather, it would hide the name label and then show the name entry, and when you hit enter in the name entry, it would show the label. That's how I was looking at doing it at first, but it probably makes more sense to do it like this. So let's just make both these, and we'll come back and fix this later as entries, and we're going to stylize them is what we're going to do. And we can set the text. Flavor entry dot set. Self dot name entry dot set. There we go. So now they're populated with that. And now we want to modify their look. Now, one of these deals where this is a TDK right now, I think it might be easier actually to modify the TK ones. So TDKs are themed TkInter widgets. It's been a long while, as I've said many times so far this series, but the themed thing gets to be a little bit confusing. Let me take you over to the internets so that you can follow me over here as I do this. and actually do one of these. All right, let's copy this. I think we can do that much. Let's just double check. Yeah, okay. Back to, unfortunately, I've got to do it this way. Themed widgets, since this site is no longer operable. Okay, not showing up there. Alright, TDK themed widgets. Let's just do a normal search because the way you theme them is via a dictionary, if I recall correctly, and it gets a bit confusing. Or maybe not confusing, but a little bit convoluted at any rate. This is tree view, styling, here we go. Yeah, so you got to create style.configure and then set it, and you set classes. Yeah, so the variable class is C in this situation, if I recall correctly. Yeah, style C.tButton. So it goes from class to larger widget. Yeah, and then this also can get little bit confusing. Yeah, and then this is how you handle multiple themes. So if you wanted to have light mode, dark mode, etc. Yeah, so I think it might actually be easiest. Easiest to do it via the old way is what I'm thinking. So what that would mean, what that would entail is changing these just to TKs. And then what we're going to want to do is we want to do border equals so it's funny because type in here says screen units, but that is not correct if I remember correctly. Just looking really quick. Where is borders? Where is borders? Here, come over with me. That way you're not staring at a black screen. I don't see borders here, which is funny. Point fonts, anchors, relief styles. Relief styles, that's what it is. That's what I'm looking for. So is that actually relief then? And we want it flat. And let's see. Don't need any of that. I don't need that. Okay, I think we're done here. So yep, alright, back to VS Code. So change this to relief, flat, and flat, and normally they are sunken, I believe. And additionally, the background color. And I can't remember if this is system default or default. Actually, I believe color was one of these things here. Colors. Huh. I recall, let me just Google really quick. TkInter colors, color chart. Where is system default? System menu, system button face, might be system button face. We'll see what happens. So we are styling this so that it looks like a label, and then when we click on it, it will not be a label any longer. Or it will change it to look back like a what you call it. So I started making a widget up here. The question is whether or not we continue doing that. Yeah, I guess we should. Yep. All right. So let me copy this stuff. Or I guess I only need to copy this stuff. A little scatterbrained right here. First time back streaming in a while, I'll admit, but we'll get there. Flat entry box. tk.entry. Nope, not like that in Python. Define init. Okay. Master. KW. Do this, just hard overwrite it. There we go. And then after we initialize it, we want to go ahead and self dot self dot what isn't in Python? It's been a while. Let's see. Bind. That's what it is. Self.bind. Button 1. Or actually, let's check if TkInter, I guess TCL entry. Huh, where's TCL? Alright, there it is. TCLTK. There we go. Funny, it was lower down on the list than I expected. So here is the... This is basically what Python wraps everything in, basically. Or wraps around, I should say. And I'm just looking for... if there is a... There is not one, so I believe just focus in would be the valid one. I was checking to see if it had its own custom events. Sometimes they have custom events. I should have checked up here first. But it does not appear so, so I believe just focus in is the TkInter event. Let's see. Event types. Yep, focus in. There we go. So we'll tie onto that, and that will allow us to change themes. And I'm thinking that maybe instead of doing this here, define set flat, and let's just do this. Self.configure relief equals background equals dot bind, and define set set editable, I guess I'll say self. And I'm kind of curious whether or not, I can't remember, it's been too long, whether or not I can do this to reset it. We'll find out. So this will now be instead focus in self dot set editable, and let's actually just do this event and event self dot bind focus out self dot set flat. There we go. Now we grab the flat entry boxes and we just replace what we have down here with them. And that should be good. So let's pull up the stuff again. See where we're at, make sure it works. Items, battle axe, alright, and did not happen. Does not have set. That's interesting. TDK.entry, so we are, and we do call master. So we should have, let's get this stuff out of the way. Let us see. What am I missing here? TK.entry. Do I have one of these up? Doesn't look like it. Just checking the docs really quick. Oh, that's right. It's insert, so we get you. Get that fixed. Set is for variables. That's what happened here. So that is why I was thinking it was set. Insert and there we go. Try that again. Items, browser, and text. Text equals name. Okay. That's a little bit of derp. Let's go ahead and fix that. And I accidentally froze this over here. There we go. Items back in. Did I not? Oh. Alright, it's my first day back. Get some slack here. There we go. So, errors, relief. Alright, so we cannot unset it with just the quotation marks, as you can see on the PowerShell window. So let's go ahead and fix that. We knew that was potentially going to be a problem. So this would be sunken, or actually no, this is still flat. This is still flat. This guy is sunken and background is white. Clear, run, items, battle axe. So interestingly, it's obviously working correctly right now. There's a couple things here. One, as you can see, battle axe is not centered, unfortunately. We have a couple options to fix that. Might just leave it alone for right now. The other thing is, if we go back and back in, even though I call, unless I don't call, I don't call. Okay, so that is why there. That would explain that one. So this right here, I meant to do self.set flat here. And now that should be good. So that is the first thing on our checklist done. Next up, this radio button not working. So let's take a look at that. Pull it back up. And now we're flat up here, which is good. And do we have, let's see. So I actually don't see a Boolean value on this guy, so I'm trying to figure out where we ran into that at. And yeah, we only have items set up right now, so I actually can't check anywhere else. So it's funny that we have that set as we got this to do not working right here, because I actually have no way to verify that it's not working, because it is not a, oh, unless it's down here. There we go. That's where it's at. Okay. Forgore. So let's see. We have a radio button, indicator off, variable value 1. The funny thing is that this seems like it should not be, because radio button is not a toggle switch, so I'm not entirely sure what my logic was using radio button. So let's hop back over here. Let's take a look at this really quick. And is there a deselect one that allows us to use it as a checkbox? Let me, I'm just coming back up to, let's use this one. Contents. There's no actual checkbox widget, right? Let me check button. There we go. Yeah, this really should have been what we were using. I'm not sure why we didn't. Is there text variable in here? Alright, there is. So we can still use text variable. There's no indicator off, though. Oh, wait. So there is a TK check button that I evidently missed. Check button. Oh, there it is. Okay. And does this have an indicator on? There is. Okay. On value, off value. Indicator on. Okay. Let's just swap that out and be done with that. Check button. This should all work just fine at this point. So let's save and re-won. We won. Whoops. Did not mean to do that. Items. And now the box is not going to resize as necessary. Unknown value. Ah, okay, I see. The check button does not have. Let's clear this out now. I'm just gonna rearrange the PowerShell really quick. Actually, I guess it doesn't necessarily matter. Yeah, leave it like that. Does not have a value. It has on value and off value, which is normally 0 and 1, and I'm actually completely okay with that. So we're just going to delete this. Try that again. And down items. True, false, true, false, true, false, true, false, true, false. There we go. Alright, cancel. Let's just take a look down here to see if there's anything else. Nope. Okay. So, close that, minimize that, and we can check that off the list. Let's see, 2 handle list. Ooh, excuse me. Was this really the last thing we need to do? I feel like there's something else I'm missing here, but I don't know that for the moment. So, with this is the complicated one. And actually, you know what? Really quick, because I was thinking about this earlier. For any unknown types, I think we just use an entry. So I'm just looking to steal one from somewhere. What is this? Oh, there it is. Okay, I see what's happening here. I wasn't keeping up with my own code. Oh, there's the other two do. I knew there was another two do in here. Alright, there we go. Anyway. TkInter entry, and that should be good. So, anything else can just be handled as a string, is the point there. For lists. So our lists have a type and a value is resources, strings, value any. So we need to handle all this. If it's string or any, what is any? Arguments types any. For the time being, I think we're going to leave that as string. Treat that as string for the time being. And this is the only one we're really going to have trouble with. And by trouble, it's just going to be slightly more difficult. So what we want to do is we need to figure out whether or not this is string or something else. And yeah, I guess that's attribute info value equals string. And let's not do that. Else, and we'll handle that down here. So first one is, since it's just strings, we're going to, I guess, make a, well, we need a few things, right? We need, well, I'm just going to say we're going to need buttons for like adding and deleting. Wow, I am yawning a lot right now. This is amazing. But I don't think that's actually necessary. We can probably get away with it with just keyboard and mouse inputs. So we're probably fine just making the list and then adding a box at the bottom to add more items. So let's do that. So let's see. It's not a combo box. What is it again? Let's see. It could be a tree view, but I'm gonna double check because again, it's been a while. And I do not recall all the widgets we have. Actually, list box. Is list box a thing? It is the thing. There we go. So we can make it a list box. So L equals tk.listbox ff, and for v in, or for value in v l dot insert and v. And let me just double check the syntax on that one. Insert. Yep, insert index elements. Oh, actually we can insert one or more, so we can actually just insert a v. Cool. And evidently I had v before anyway, so that works. We're also going to want to l.bind button 3. I think right click is actually button 3. I think center click is button 2. I do have that up on the web browser though, so I can double check. Button. Actually, it does not say on this list. So, unless I want to start digging. Next. Button. Yeah, I don't see it. All right. I'm coming back. Let's see. Let's actually write this here, function delete line. Oh, sorry, def l dot delete l dot act. Let's see, where is list box? Get me back to list box. Current index, is it current index? Cur select. If l dot cur selection, if not, or sorry, this is not JavaScript. If not, l dot current selection, return. Otherwise, l dot cur selection 0. There we go. Alternatively, let's see. So I'm not seeing immediately a way to do it based off of the event XY. So we're gonna have to hope that this works, but for the time being, it is a start. Delete line, there we go. And now we need an entry. And function, or not function, define submit. That's what I'm looking for. That's the word I'm looking for. Submit. And actually, both of these are going to need events, and let text equal, or not less text. Gosh darn it. Oh boy, I have been doing too much JavaScript recently. Text equals e dot get, and I think get is just get. I don't think I need to supply a start and stop index. Nope, do not. So we have disappeared. There we are. So text is that e dot delete. This one I do need to, and then l dot insert and text. There we go. And e dot bind, return, submit. All right, cool. So that is the strings taken care of. And actually, let me just do, yeah, let's do in list any, and that should be fine. And list any is arguments, and shop cost is resources, and shop prerequisites is strings. Okay. So we can check the shop strings then in that case. So let's pull that back up. Items, and that should be available anywhere here. And if attribute.value equals string. Oh, I just realized I made a derp right here. I was at the wrong if statement. In, but that being said, this still would be a problem because it's saying it does not have attribute info value. If attribute info value, values, that's the problem. There's an S on the end. Okay. Try that again. items, battle axe, and appears we do not have a list here on ship prerequisites, which is unfortunate. Let us consider us. Yes. I see what went wrong here. Boom. Yeah, I guess I won't use pain. Do we have a pack hole? Nope, we don't have a pack hole by itself. So we did not pack this is the problem. So for child of f dot winfo children in child dot pack. There we go. Close this, start again. Items that, there we go. And we probably want to adjust the height on that because it probably does not need to be that tall. But for the time being, let's do herp. All right, that works. And actually there is a 0th item in here, which is interesting. We'll investigate that. If I right click here though, method is not subscriptible. Okay, that is an easy fix. So let's close this. Height. For the list box. Where's list box? Height. Number of lines. Yes, it is number of lines in height. So we can go ahead and set that. Height equals, let's say 4 lines. Sounds reasonable to me. Let me print V here to see what we're adding to that line. And then the delete cur selection. Oh, there we go. Had not saved it to a variable is the problem there. So there is that, and we printed out an empty list. So, let's, well, I guess while we're here, herp, delete. Okay, yeah, so that is a problem. So let's fix that as well. So obviously we were not, let's see, if v we can do that to fix that, and then in delete what we want to do is l dot, and actually this is going to be the thing where we get into a little bit of an issue, because nearest, return the index of the value closest to the y. All right, there we go. So we need to use nearest in that case and do that instead. L dot delete event L dot nearest so So I'm just a little concerned because nearest gets the nearest one, as the name describes, the closest one, which is potentially means that not console, print event. Let me just make sure I know what I'm looking at here. Which potentially means that we could right click on not in item and delete an item, which is my problem here. So Okay, so. Oh, that's right. Because I did the star here, we got to fix that. But there is a y value. That is what I was actually more concerned about, which is why I printed it. I wasn't sure if there was like a window y / widget y, or if there was just plain y. So we can do that. Hop back in here. Let's come down to here for the heck of it. Alright, so we're not getting any errors here. That's good. Perp. Now, if I click down here, yeah, if I click down here, that still deletes it. So, I don't like that functionality. Let us go ahead and try and fix that. So, what we can do is index equals, and then bbox equals l.bbox index, and if bbox 1, because it goes xy, right? Yeah, it goes xy with height. Yes, okay. So if that is less than or greater than, or actually, I guess we'll do it this way. bbox plus bbox 2, 3, 3, yes. 0, 1, 2, 3, yes, that is correct. Is less than event.y, or event.y is less than bbox 1 return. Otherwise, we delete index. There we go. So that should work. So if the event y is above the index y plus height, or event y is below the index y, I mean the widget y, top left corner, then it should not work. So let's try that again. Actually, let me click this here. Okay. None type is not so scriptable. Huh. Huh. Bounding box is none, huh? Console index bbox. Okay. Run it again. Hit items. Hit the repair bots. Hit here. So -1 and none makes sense to me. That is still none though. bbox index. Why is this not getting the closest one? Let's try down here. Yeah, that's funny. Huh. Ha 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 ha. Let us do l.current selection. Print that out. For the other one, for the one we actually deleted, index was 0, which is fine. That makes sense. 2, 2, and I probably should also print out event.y. All right, let us try to debug this one. And I'm going to start with here because we know this is kind of working, just not working correctly. So current selection is none. That is fine. the 0, 12, 2, 2, 24, 15, and we got a height of 45, or y of 45. The index 1 plus index 3 is 17. So 17, B-box left. Oh, I guess all this is getting amalgamated together, so I should just do or event.y. Yeah, probably should just do it that way. So let us check this really quick. One and 3 is 1 and 3 is 17. Actually, you know what? Close this, rerun it. Please. Not responding. Good. Close the program. Cancel. Clear. Go. Items. Repair. Click here. Nothing selected. That's fine. Click here. Something should have been selected. That's not fine. Here. Alright, cool. Excellent. Excellent, excellent, excellent. And there. Alright, so this guy's working, this guy's not. Arguments is list any, so that is fine. The... Let's see. I have that selected now. I click this. Nothing selected. So actually, you see right here, it says nothing is selected. So something very weird is happening here on the insert. So, and the fact that it keeps on freezing up every time I try, or every time it screws itself up. Okay. So over here on the insert, clear. I'm guessing the problem is that when we insert V here, I should do V star because it's not expecting a list, it's expecting any number of variables, a variable amount of parameters. All right, there we go. So we got activator and 45 now. So I click down here. None type is fine. I don't particularly care. I click here though. Yeah. Interesting. Interesting. Why are these? Huh. Let us print V really quick. Start out there. The next thing I'll do is I'll insert one line at a time and see what happens from there. And then we will move on with our lives. And it didn't freeze up that time actually, so that is good. Clear. And let me make sure this is actually saved. Items, repair bot. Activator and 45. So let us make a presumption again that our values are not accurate, are not good. And for value of V, L dot insert or in V, L dot insert string value. Let's do that. See if that makes a difference. All right, still does not make a difference, which is weird. It is very, very weird. Huh. Let us try adding another value here. Okay, that is not working. Close it out, hop back in, items. Okay, so this is actually just straight up broken. Fascinating. So this one works. This one does not. Huh. Okay, remember, I just spammed a whole bunch of returns. So check this. So I'm up here, click enter, and now we've got an entry down here. Interesting. Okay. I see what's happening here. I understand. So let me delete this stuff. And actually, let's just hold Control Z to get us back to where we were at. I will change this back to that. Oh, shoot. I went too far. Or event.y. There's that. And then what we need to do is event.widget. Actually, let me do this. L equals event.widget, just to make my life easier. And this one actually is not going to work because we can't get event.widget. So E equals event.widget. And then here, we're going to have to pass in the L. So lambda event and L equals L, submit event L. And we will do that, and okay. So we just changed the values we're working with because it was always referring to E and L as the last ones we assigned. So that is why, due to scoping reasons. So let's right click, and it works. Okay. And if we enter in here, herp, it adds up here. Enter down there, herp, it adds up there. Right click that one, it's gone. Right click that one, it's gone. There we go. Problem solved. Nice. Okay. And I have no more print lines in here, so we are good on that part. Where was my other to-do? Up here? Maybe I call back on manual entry to make sure it is an integer, I'm assuming. So let us let's take a look at this. So this is a spin box. Okay, so the arrow keys do work on this guy, which is good. So we're mostly just concerned about something like this. And I think that then would there before be on the exit. So on the focus out. So we will go ahead and just bind that. So remember how we had this problem here? We're in our local scope. Okay, so this is check resources. This is not in local scope, so this should be fine. All right, never mind. Take it back. I was going to say something there, but not really necessary. So SP equals function define round input event let e equal, or let, yeah, value equals event.widget, and actually let's just sp equals event.widget sp.get, and let's check the spinbox docs really quick. Spinbox docs, nice. Spinbox get is the correct value. Yes, it is. So what we want to do is sp.delete 0 end, and then sp.insert, right to insert, yes, and int value. Try value equals int value, except value equals 0. So if you try to put numbers in there, that is not going, or letters in there, that is not going to work. So there we go. And then we can go ahead and bind that to focus out. sp.bind focus out round input. There we go. And we are off to the races. There's a spin box in there. String is not found. Has no attribute bind. sp equals spinbox dot insert v. Okay, I see what happened here. So we take that. I guess we can put that down here. Okay. Try that again. Items. All right, there we go. We are in. So if I try to do ASDF, it converts to 0. I do 1000, it converts to 1000. 1000. Actually, let's do 3.14. Converts to 0. That actually should not convert to 0. Casting 3.14 as an int should convert to 3. Huh. Let me sanity check that one really quick. Python int, even if this is a string, 3.14. Huh. Okay. What if I do float? Int. Huh, okay. It has been a while, obviously, since I've been doing Python, so we'll do that then. We'll first try to cast to a float and then cast to an int to catch those errors. And that is fixed now. So the last thing we need to do is handle the other stuff. And right now the other stuff is only resources. So how do we want to do this? I recall, so I don't recall everything that I was saying. Yeah, resume show resource. This is what I recalled. So if that ends or none. If you do widget.configure values equals So we need to set this back up is what I'm looking at right now. Where do we use this in? Check resource. Okay, that's how about selects. Okay. Let me just stretch a minute. Alright, I got it stretched. Okay. So. This list is resources shop cost. Shop cost is actually a tuple. It is a resource and then a value. So we are going to have a little bit of a complicated situation. It is a tree view. I guess in that case we can use tree view. And we will have to add a button to add more, right? Down here, let's see. Value names, new resources. Check resource, so check resource. opens it up ourselves. Okay, gotcha. So in that case, we had it as part of the combo box. And if you click the add new resource in the combo box, that's when we branched off. So we can actually do the same thing with tree view to keep it a little skinnier. In which case, I guess that is what we will do. So, let's see. This is where we're at right here. Yes. So, we go into items because shop costs are only ever resources. So the question is a list other than resource ever going to come up? And it may. So, we need to compile a list of names, or I guess we don't need to compile a list of names. Okay, so t equals tdk.treeview, and I think we can put this right in F, I believe. Because we're actually, I'm pretty sure we can fit it all within our one little frame pocket that we have. So for that reason, I'm going to move this code around because this is the only compact complex widget that we're going to have, it looks like. So let's do this. Display columns equals, we can do we want to just do name? Just do name and quantity. Yeah, see, name and quantity only really works for the one option I was thinking about is I wasn't sure if we did encounter lists at some point. It makes sense name and quantity for resources. Maybe we just do else if resources, and then we attribute info values equals resources. Is it resources or just resource? Yes, it is resources. Maybe we just do this for right now, and then if we add another list of something, you know, and that is some kind of special object, we update the program later. I think that's how we're going to handle this. So, for value quantity in V. So the value is actually going to be an ID. So we need to go into self.english. And then do we go into resources? Self.english resources? Oh no, it's self.data, self.english. Oh, it is self.english resources. Good. Value name equals, and we grab the name out of there, and then t.insert just the top level index equals end IID So actually, it occurs to me the other way, because okay, remember how I just moved the FF frame out. We may actually need that anyway. Nah, I guess we don't necessarily need to. So, rather than doing it this way, I guess what we're doing is for resource in self.data resources, resource self.data. What does self.data look like? Huh. I think it's just a flat list is what I think it is. So I might have to enumerate it. I can't remember at this point, and whoops, sorry about that. That is one of the problems with spending so much time between working on this, is that I forget what things are. See, I don't know if I need to do enumerate resource or resource.id. I can't remember how we loaded this in here. It looks like we just JSON rated in which case I would have to do enumerate. Where is the item page? ID equals int ID, ID equals category page, category page. Where's the place where we create the tree at? Self.treeView, category page, category page. Where's our self.treeView? Data loader, pane. Okay, here we go. Tree. ID is category, lowercase ID. Yeah, and enumerate items. Okay, so we do have to use enumerate. Gotcha. Okay. So. For ID resource in enumerate. There we go. This is now ID. And this can just be ID. And then text equals name. Or actually, not text, right? Is it columns? Let me pull the docs back up really quick. Tree view, insert. Values, that's what it is. It's values. Name and quantity. Yeah, I guess we don't really use this thing right here. So, and then we will need, let's see. Right now, the values V is a tuple, so we can't really index that. We can convert V to an index if we want to. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. So V equals KV for KV in V. There we go. And this instead can now be V ID, or v.get rather is what I should do. ID and 0. Or actually, let's just do that instead. There we go. And that should populate the table, and then we can do t.insert, and IID can be new resource, and values equals add new resource, and that. There we go. Now t.bind double button 1. Let's actually make this function. Function check new event t equals not function define t equals event.widget row equals, and how do we do this up here? Category page. Huh, do we not bind double button 1? Where do we bind double button 1? Ah, here we go. Self.open page. Okay, identify event.row. Gotcha. And that gets us our IID. So if row equals new resource, I guess I'm gonna grab this. I'm thinking about reusing this code, honestly. That's what I'm looking at. Do. So I guess I do this. and I just realized I'm doing camel case here. Self callback, I believe, is what we're doing here. Actually, I also need this guy too. There's that. That all looks fine. And self.callback map callback. And we do this self.create new resource, and that is the callback. Okay. And now we can create new resource up here. And let us grab this lambda function and then just modify it. Define insert new event, insert new. Yeah, data resources -1. So this actually resets the combo box altogether. So we don't really want to do that. So lambda widget map callback the event dot widget self dot resume widget event dot widget. So this is this event dot widget right here. So that is fine. So that is working correctly. I didn't break that. I was a little scared for a minute that I broke that. So this actually can be t equals t. Insert new t. Self dot. Let's do that. Create new resource. Symbol data editor, which is what we're in right now, right? Yeah. Yeah, it's always going to be the last thing on data, it looks like. So we don't have to worry about that too much. In which case, t dot insert, and this index right here, we actually want to insert it before new resource. I'm gonna come. Do I need to come back? Are we done with this? Yeah, we are done with this. So I can do this right here. Just set this to check new. All right, there we go. All right, so back to what I was saying. So let's see, item IID. Insert an index. can I use end as an IID is a question. Because what I'm looking like I need to do is t.index end -1 is what it looks like. This will be self.english resources. This would actually be -1 here as well. And name. And then a quantity of that. That's what it looks like it needs to be. I just don't know if this t-index -1 is going to work. So I guess we're about to find out. Whoops, clear. Data manager. Items. And invalid index name. Column index name. This is inside of display columns. What did I screw up on display columns? I actually was pretty sure that was correct. Oh, columns is supposed to be the names. Okay. My bad. And then display columns chooses what columns to display via index. Okay. I guess that makes sense. Resources. Data has no key resources. That's not good. Is it items resources? That might be the case. Actually, really quick, let us do print self.data. Because that may actually be the problem instead. So data is, nope, that is correct. Items is not a key. Do. Oh, I see what it is. It's not resources, it's resource. It looks like. Okay. Let us see. Nope. Uh-oh. Whoops, I forgot to change that back. My bad. That was incorrect to begin with. There we go. This is a bit large. Furthermore, the column names are not there. Was column names a different value? I feel like I'm so I'm over here looking at the docs and I'm feeling like I'm missing stuff. So column configure, I'm pretty sure, or column is Let's see. Heading, there we go. So heading's the thing I need to do to set the column names, which is fine. Let me just take a quick look over here on the code. Yeah, so the one thing I was thinking was display tree view or something like that. It's been a while, but I feel like, okay, yeah, show. So show is the, there it is. Okay, show tree. So that's the opposite of what I was thinking. Okay, gotcha. Okay. So that's where we're at. So. Let's get this updated really quick. Display columns equals 1, 2, and for let column of, not let column, for let column in, name qty, t dot header, or heading, yes, heading. And actually, this should still work. Column text equals column. I think this should work. I think. Let's close this out and boot it back up and see what happens. Column index 2 is out of bounds. So display columns 0. Display columns, a list of columns, counting from 0. So, I'm gonna delete this. And let me see if I'm remembering this correctly, because I thought, yeah, so this guy right here, this is where the tree view toggle normally sits. And I was trying to get rid of it by not, I mean, we got name and quantity now, just for the record, so that's good. But this tree view column thing, I could have swore we got rid of by using the display columns to not display the first one. But evidently that is incorrect. Items, battle axe. Yeah, it's still displaying that guy even after I add display columns. How do I forget how to get rid of that guy. Let's see. Oh, show headings. I got it. So remember how I said show tree was a thing? Evidently it's show headings. We'll get rid of the first one. So let's delete that, since we shouldn't need that. Close this out and restart it. items there. All right, there we go. Much better. And if I double click this, nothing happens. So let us print that up. Check new, print event. And actually, never mind, move that down. Row. Huh, okay, so that's not actually calling back at all. Double button 1. Oh, is it just singles? I might have derped up on that guy. Doubles are virtual events. This is not a virtual event, so that was most likely the issue. Yeah, okay, gotcha. And since I copied the code, it did not end up correct. So what we gotta do is change this to T. Okay. Whoops, not that though. And missing an item type. So actually, I don't know if we did try this before, but this may have been an issue that we were not aware that we screwed up the first time. Item type. Yes. Item. Let's see. Self.id, not none type. Okay. So that would be up here in this. Name equals. I guess we'll do none. If self.id there we go. And flavor equals no flavor. There we go. Huh. Okay, there we go. Name. Actually, let's just do this. Name equals strings equals strings flavor equals strings flavor. There we go. There we go. There we go. Name and flavor. All right. Items there. Wrong number args. Args, matey. SP. So the spin box is not properly implemented. Not here though. There's that. Boom, boom, boom. For KV. That would be down here. So There we go. That's how you do it in Python. That should work. What line is this? 296. 296. This one. Self data resource. So the funny thing is that should all be correct. Huh. That's funny because that actually really should be correct. I actually print self.data resources. Actually, let me do this because that's going to be kind of big. From pprint import pprint. Boom, bum, dum, bum, bum, da, dum. Oh, huh. It did not print. Oh, I put the S on there again. So. Button press num state. What is this? New resource. Okay, I see why. Because I double clicked. String indices must be integers. So we know we've accessed self.english up here, so we know it can't be self.english being the problem. We actually know because I screwed up before with the print. No, I guess I don't. Take that back, but print self.english resource. Let's try that first, and then print ID. Let's see what happens there. So this is English right here. Huh. Okay, so the very first thing in English is none. And then we have new resource at the end. What happened here? What happened to my English file? English resource. Yeah, that's not. Huh. Data manager. It sounds like we accidentally inserted into the list somewhere. Okay. I see. We did not copy the list up here, and we probably did not copy the list down here. And that is why. List. There we go. So we were editing the list, and that is what is causing us the problems right now. So clear, start a new one, items, add new, And pack fill equals both, expand equals true. Capital T in Python. And hopefully that should do it since we didn't have any other errors. All right, yeah, I don't see any more errors. We do have a print up here for that double click to make sure the double click was working. So we don't need that anymore. And if I hit cancel, event object has no insert. Let's see. Callback. The callback gets an event. Oh, okay. Gotcha. So this should be event comma widget, and same thing over here. There we go. So let us close that out. Add new resource, go back. Item end not found. So back to this index end. So that is not going to work. So quick check back on tree view to see if I missed something. Is there an end index or last index? Get last. All right, so I think what I can do is actually new resource. There we go. That makes sense. I feel a little derpy for not doing that in the first place since we assigned new resource as the item ID there. If I cancel, that duplicates the last one. So that is what I expected to happen just now. So that is good. And the reason being is that we do not give any feedback on whether or not we actually created a resource or not with the simple data editor when it closes here and this callback. So the only question then would be, oh, actually, we can just do that. So we can check. Let's see. Will get throw me an error? Hopefully it doesn't. Or I guess index, identify, item. Let's do item. T.item. Self.data resource -1 new item equals actually we just need the ID, I'm pretty sure. So new ID equals self.data resource, that would be length, and then -1. If t.item new ID return, because that means that we already have that item. Otherwise, we insert it. Close this first. Item, add new resource, cancel. Did not duplicate this time. All right, cool. So as far as I can tell, it is working correctly now. Oh wait, none, no flavor. Cancel, battle axe, none, no flavor. So we broke that when we did this fix up here. If self.id. That's annoying. Else. Huh. Self.id ID. Self.id. Items, cat ID equals ID. Print ID. Oh, derp. I see what's going on here. I see ID. I see. Is none. There we go. Because it's 0 and 0 is not. No, okay. I am delusional. Okay. Oh, is not none. Okay. Okay. I knew what I was talking about. I just did not write the correct thing. Battle axe. There we go. Add resource. Cancel. Still a battle axe. All right. Excellent. Excellent. Good. All right. I think that's good for now. We do not actually have saving the item set up yet, which is why I cannot actually check that this add resource works correctly, because we actually have to be able to save the item in order for it to populate over here. So beyond that, I guess that basically more or less will be happening next time. And yeah, we are at just about 2 hours, which is all I can spend on that tonight. Again, I had mentioned earlier in the stream, or in the earlier stream, I should say, that I was busy tonight, so we will have to stop here. But we did make a lot of progress. We have everything set up that needs to be set up. So now, again, like I said, it should just be a matter of getting the save down, and then we will have all the items resolved. All the simple data editors, all of that should be in line. And then we can move on to stuff like characters and encounters. And yep, I think that is it. So that is everything from me. Again, tomorrow, guys, we will have the Dremel Press 2.0 completed. Again, if you had not watched the earlier stream, I decided to make a modification and add on to the Dremel Press 2.0, and that is the reason why I did not do that stream this morning. But that will be done printing by the end of tonight. I just got to assemble it at that point, and then we should be off to the races. And other content coming along on the channel, including gaming and whatnot, so look forward to that. And as always, guys, I hope you have a real wonderful day, afternoon, or evening, wherever you're at in the world. And I will catch you next time.